We're in Saint-Tropez.
Just tied up on just a small little marina here. The last time I was in Saint-Tropez was 35 years ago. And I remember coming here and being completely underwhelmed. All I really remember was a little bit of waterfront and a couple of nice boats. Thinking, is that it? Huh. After all this Hollywood glamour of Saint-Tropez. Anyway.
And we did come here a couple of years ago, but we didn't come into land. We
No.
just anchored.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a shame because it's such a famous name. But well, we'll see. Let's go and explore.
Yeah. Come on, Saint-Tropez. Thrill us. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. It's looking promising.
We're being tempted by cafes, but I'm sure we'll see more. Keep going as long as we can. So many galleries here, beautiful art. They're like little displays, but they're selling art. Is this the old town?
This is the old town, Saint-Tropez. Apparently.
Oh, Newtown was pretty nice. I wouldn't say I'm underwhelmed. I'm a little bit whelmed.
This is beautiful.
All of the designer stores are here. Everything you can think of. Way out of our price range. Sweet.
So what did you pay for your look, honey?
Okay. Well, my hat was very expensive because it's a real Panama. So we're not going to go there. I do get use out of it. But I can tell you, this fabulous skirt, €3.50 in a thrift store, vintage store kind of thing in Athens. It's got these cute buttons like Old Navy. It actually opens by these buttons. Amazing. €3.50, not $350 like the skirts in these stores. On my top, oh, really cheap. We got this in a place we got caught in a storm in Syracuse. I don't know, €8 maybe? Maybe the old town wall here. So this is the inner part of the town, or is there a enclosed smaller?
I think this is in a park.
This is the inner bit. So that's an outside wall. Let's have a look. It's quite open and light compared to other old towns we've been in. And for August, it's not very crowded. Look at the view from this restaurant. People diving in the water and then right across the sea. So pretty, look. It's like a postcard. I'm sure I've seen that.
I think I've seen it from the other side.
Wow. It's very special to come to these iconic places. I get a little heart. It's like a place of movies. A place of movie stars. Yeah, it's still old and traditional. Little religious icons. Steep big wall. It sounds fun. And a plage. There mustn't be anywhere for the cruise ships to go here. They're just hanging up there. The Helios is just over here to our left. It's just such a common scene. This is just like the wall at Cephalon, or where were we the other day? Menton.
Okay, It's a bit busier down here.
Yeah, where do you want to go? Let's head back in and we'll find a cafe.
Yeah.
It's not so busy.
Yeah. Stop for a coffee at Cafe Marguerite. Well, okay. You got me this time, Saint-Tropez.
Nasty, isn't he?
You got me this time. Far better than what I remember.
Comfy cafe.
Must be.
It's beautiful. I'm shocked at how much money people have. Look at those boats. We looked at some shorts for Richard, which were really cute. They're a bit stylish, but they were basically swim shorts, like boardies. And they were €345
Yeah, something like that.
pair of shorts. And the polo shirt, like a stretchy little collar,
€475.
euros.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I have to say, I do look at that stuff and think what I could buy in the chandlery for that. But anyway, if I had the money, I'd buy it. Don't have the money.
No, you wouldn't. It's a waste of money. We would do better things with our money if we
Yeah,
had that money.
but
How many cats can we de-sex for that much money,
Yeah.
honey? Good morning. We're off this morning on a big sail. So we are currently in Saint-Tropez, and it's been lovely. We had a beautiful day in town yesterday, and now we're heading west on our quest towards Spain. And I think we've got about 8-9 hours of sailing today. It's early in the morning, 8:30 a.m. maybe. We've got 8 or 9 hours ahead of us, and we're going to stop at a peninsula just near Porquerolles, or as Richard calls it, Porquerolles, where we hope to catch up with some friends. So, good day. It is perfect temperature right now, but I've got something warm just in case, because I think it might get chilly when we're out there. Okay, let's pack up. You've got power on. Can I start the motor?
yep.
Okay. I'll get the snubber.
I've got the snubber off. We just need to
Okay.
wind up. I think it's far funnier to call it Porquerolles than Porquerolles. Anyway. No idea whether they actually sell Porquerolles. In a few minutes, we've got a call with a very special little person from Australia. Jude's oldest grandson. I know it's hard to believe, but she has 4 of them.
Jan, it's come up halfway, like on an angle, and I don't want to release it because I think it'll swing back onto the arm.
So we put a Kong swivel on, and it's not automatically turning around the anchor. I think the swivel, to do that, needs to be directly attached to the anchor.
Sorry, honey. You're right, that's me.
So a lot of people don't like doing that because when the anchor is set, and let's say the wind changes and you pull the chain at right angles to the anchor, then effectively you're doing all that turning on the swivel itself, and that can supposedly break the swivel open. So what I've done is I've put 3 links of chain in between the swivel and the anchor. So those chains will then sort of just easily turn, and you're always pulling the swivel direct. I think the downside of that is that when you bring it up, anchor starts to angle while the swivel is still at the end of the anchor support. We're not sure what that's called. And then that allows it to turn. I just sort of think with what we've got at the moment, it's not doing that. Was that easier to turn with the swivel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have to pull on it, I just had to guide it. So I went and got the hook just to hold it out while I released it, and then when I released it down to the water. When I pulled it up, I just guided a bit with the hook. Yeah, easier to guide it. You don't have to pull.
Yeah, because it will turn on the swivel rather than you having to fight against the twist in the chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today is my first grandchild's birthday. He is 7. I have 4 grandchildren. and I'm on the other side of the world. So he's just getting home from school in about 5 minutes. So we'll have a little FaceTime and then chat. This is what's up. This is the only bad bit about being away, about this life, is that you miss the important things, what's going on at home.
It's goodbye Saint-Tropez. I'm actually quite glad that we got to come back and visit the town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful town, and but not a lot different than a lot of the other small towns.
All of the others, yeah. Like Menton, or even some of the other wonderful ones like Taormina or Syracuse.
Yeah.
It's not quite like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a beautiful little town. I didn't know anything about it, but because it was famous, I assumed it was bigger, like a city or something.
Yeah.
It's just a tiny little old town.
It's not very big at all, actually, and I think the thing for me where it's a lot different is obviously the fashion and art that's there.
Fashion art was beautiful. We haven't seen anything like that. There was Christian Dior and Hermès, like everything. All of the names were there.
Yeah.
And so many gallery shops. Beautiful. Not that I'm going to buy. I don't go in there with a view to buying.
Yeah.
I go in there with a view of copying their ideas so I can make it. You can put that on my headstone, honey. I could have made that. Can feel the end of summer. Can feel autumn coming. It's now end of August, nearly end of August. And our cushions out in the cockpit were damp this morning when we went out for a cup of tea because of condensation in the night. Look at the deck. And it's probably, it must be 9:15. So when Richard put the chain on, because we lost our anchor last week, he did some cutting up here. It's left little rust marks. I'm going to have to get out the deck cleaner and give it a scrub. Hello! Hey, Bernard, how are you? Oh, it's so nice to see you, honey. Happy birthday. Hey, here's Richard.
Hello. How are you?
How was your day at school, honey?
Just putting the main up underway. Revved up, sped up so that the apparent wind, our true wind's actually behind us, but it's about 5 knots. And I sort of know that because when I motor at 5 knots, we've practically got 0 on the boat. So I've sped up so that we've got the apparent wind which is in front of us. We want the wind in front of us to get the main up. And the main thing is, as we wind it up, we've got to try and make sure the battens of the beach of the sail, which is the back edge, don't catch in the lazy jacks. Today I'm not expecting much. Forecast is for about 7 or 8 knots, coming from the southeast, sort of turning more towards the south as the day goes on. Just got to pay attention as we leave Saint-Tropez here, as we're sort of heading around the end, because there's some shallows up here. But most of it we could probably drive over without any issue, but I always go around it. Just going around the North Cardinal Marker at the end of the bay that has Saint-Tropez in. You can tell it's north. It's got 2 triangles on the top pointing up. Go down, that's south. They point together, that's west. Point away from each other, that's east. But you can also tell, because they're actually quite small symbols, you can tell by the colours as well. So this might get me, but that's obviously black with the yellow bottom, so that's north. I would say south's the other way around, and then I think east and west has a stripe, so it's either black, yellow, black, or yellow, black, yellow. So just heading down to the next cardinal marker, which is an east cardinal, and then once we get around that, we should pretty much have free passage for the whole of the day to head towards the north side of Porquerolles. Okay, so this answers the question. What does the East Cardinal marker look like? Black, yellow, black. So we're just about to skirt around this one. But there are two cones and they point away from each other. So it sort of looks like a bit of a diamond on top. Maybe that's a good rule. I was just trying to work out how to remember it. And I think the black is associated with the tips. So if they're both pointing up, black's at the top. If they're both pointing down, black is at the bottom. This one, one's pointing up, one's pointing down. So we've got black top, black bottom. The West Cardinal, we would have them both pointing towards each other. So we'd have yellow, black in the middle, and yellow. But just because it's saying stay east of there doesn't mean you're out of all of the danger. For us, we really are, but there is some shallow water at 3 meters this side of that East Cardinal. So you've still got to consult the charts and look at those sorts of things. Okay, so we just went over a little mound that I was happy to go over at 10 meters, and you know what? It's bang on 10 meters. So, you know, the charts are perfect. Doesn't mean it's the same resolution everywhere. So you don't want to get comfortable. Jed's now downstairs talking to her daughter. This is a different experience that would have been a couple of decades ago. Not anywhere is isolated. Which is nice. And Starlink certainly helps with that. It's just, we've forgotten about, do we have internet access now? It's just there, all the time. Spinnaker time. Not sure how long the wind lasts, but we'll use it while it's in.
It's flying. Beautiful. Motor's off. Spinnaker's flying. It's peaceful and lovely.
Plan is playing out as I hoped. So we have passed the end of the capes we had to get around back there. Now we're into this big open stretch of water between as we head down to Porquerolles, and the wind is, yes, turning round to the south. So we just put the Spinnaker up, and it was a little bit, wind was a little bit more behind us, but it's started to turn around. So we're doing a very decent 5 knots at the moment, and not much breeze. I can't tell you, but I'm guessing it's probably about 8 true. So we're just coming up to Porquerolles, and I think what's happening is the wind that's coming down is, at this end, Porquerolles is quite high, and I think it's just getting funneled through here. So the wind speed's picked up a little bit, and it's gone around to the left. I do remember when we left here, we got into a real big wind shadow at the end of Porquerolles here, so I think as soon as we pass there, we are going to get a bit of a shadow.
What's the speed?
Right now we're doing 8.1.
Okay. Main and Spinnaker. It's beautiful, baby. Siren, I've never heard this before.
It's the fuzz, we're going too fast.
You see the sailboat coming from our starboard side, can you? It's about to cross a bow. Not about, but not there. So he's on a starboard tack and we're on a port tack.
We're both on port now. Going into the same thing.
So we're upwind. So we have to give way to him.
I've just headed down a little bit, just so we've got the wind a little bit further behind us, so it's not heeling us so much, and also reduce our apparent breeze a little bit. I suspect we're going to lose a bit of this wind strength when we go past the end of the island here, and so I'll probably want to turn back up. I'm going to have to turn back up a bit anyway to get through the channel between Porquerolles and the peninsula on the mainland. And when I turn back up, that will increase my apparent breeze again. So friends of ours, that we were 2 boats over from Monastir, just over there on this side of the peninsula. I'm not sure what they're doing tonight, but I want to go around the other side because tonight the wind's going to build in quite strong from this side, and it's forecast to have about 0.6, 0.7 metre swell wave going onto this side of the peninsula.
These are the days we love. It's just perfect.
So our wind's turned around now, and it's coming in and out, as you'd expect, because it's coming over Porquerolles. And our apparent is just forward of the beam, so we're probably about 85 degrees apparent port side. We've got a small gap up here. It's not really small. Yep, it's probably 1.5 mile or something. We've just got to work our way through here because there'll be a bit of traffic coming through. We're on port tack, we're going downwind, so men on the sailing boat really don't have a lot of rights. So we've got to make sure we can give way. And if it gets gusty, I want to be able to head down just to deep out things. So when I say head down, what I mean is I want to be able to head to go more downwind, so get the wind further behind us. Our danger is on our leeward side. If we're going to go through the channel and give way to somebody who want to stick to starboard, we don't want to get blown to the starboard. It's just all the little things you need to think about when you come up to a constriction like this, about how you're going to manage what could possibly go wrong and how do you give yourself the most time and space to take care of it.
With a bit of traffic here, you've always got to be mindful of who else is around, who we have to look out for. And the Spinnaker's so big, it's actually really hard to see. So this floor, like, there's 30 degrees here that's just blocked off. Actually, even bending right down, I can't really see under it. I've got to walk around. It's still messy. I reckon this is the best sail of the season. It's been a perfect day.
9.2, we're on the edge, going through the gap.
Very good. A few things just went flying down below. Don't forget, when we're living here, and we take some things for granted that we can eventually put the fruit bowl on the table, but the fruit bowl on the table doesn't survive this. Luckily it all landed on the couch. And a few other things went flying, but they're all fine. And this is why we have no glass and nothing breakable on the boat. You get used to it. When I go to a restaurant now and they give me a glass of water in real glass, it feels so heavy. Seven knots. I don't even see it. Oh yeah. That one. When do you want to put it down?
I get around this island and we'll turn down and see what happens.
This is so nice. Hope you can get a sense of what angle we're on. What is right there. We're nearly around the point. Well, that's a change. Come around the corner and it's calm. What's the speed now, honey? Did you look?
5.4.
5.4. So we get up to 9.5. It's awesome. Are we pulling down the Spinnaker now?
We will pull down the Spinnaker.
Okay, here goes.
The reason I put the motor on is just so that when we head down, we just keep up our speed, which lowers our apparent wind, which means there's less wind on the Spinnaker when we're trying to pull it down. So first thing, let's change our heading. Run down about 30 degrees off where we were.
I don't need the Spinnaker handle because I'm only letting out, right? That was quite easy to bring the Spinnaker down. We do shout though. We probably should put our headset on. Epic sail.
It was a bit of fun.
It was the best.
It's a bit more wind than I was expecting in the end there, and it started to come around pretty much on the front, and for a Spinnaker that's getting pretty marginal, but we managed to hold it. Sometimes we were just a little bit on our ear and the foot of the Spinnaker was even dipping in the water.
Yeah. They never collapsed, never banged.
No, only sort of when I tried to depower it, it sort of did, but yeah, it was fun.
And it's nice and calm here.
It's beautiful.
It's a lovely spot. So we've just chosen a restaurant on land because we've got some friends, Stu and Diane will tell you more about, are just on the other side of this peninsula. Oh, is it that one?
They're just over there.
And we turned around again. It gets me every time. On that side? Okay.
Yes, they're just over there. And so we're going to go for dinner over there.
Ah, see?
Yeah. That's why I do the navigation.